Well, after what has been a horrendous period through this pandemic, it seems likely today that Boris Johnson will confirm that Freedom Day, in England at least, will be going ahead on the 19th of July. Now, ahead of that speech, of that press conference from Boris Johnson, this is what London Playbook by Alex Wickham, the superb London Playbook on Politico, are saying about what Boris Johnson is likely to talk about today. He's likely to talk about an approach that will see us live with COVID, learn to live with COVID. With the vaccine programme, of course, the UK benefiting from Brexit, from being outside of the EU procurement strategy, and having offered double jab protection to the elderly and the vulnerable, the government moving towards a voluntary approach when it comes to any restrictions. And London Playbook have this quote from Boris Johnson. This is what Boris is likely to say today. Thanks to the successful rollout of our vaccination programme, we are progressing cautiously through our roadmap. Today we will set out how we can restore people's freedoms when we reach step 4. But I must stress that the pandemic is not over and that cases will continue to rise over the coming weeks. As we begin to learn to live with this virus, we must all continue to carefully manage the risks from COVID and exercise judgment when going about our lives. Boris expected to confirm that the compulsory social distancing will end in a fortnight and that the government have decided against mandatory domestic vaccine passports in England at the moment. From the 19th of July, people in England will no longer be required by the government to wear masks on public transport. That's what's being briefed. And Rishi Sunak, of course, the Chancellor, among others, saying they will stop wearing masks as soon as legally possible. We have, of course, seen a change in tone, a change in message since Matt Hancock went and Sajid Javid came in as Health Secretary. Sajid Javid saying at the weekend, we are going to have to learn to live with COVID and find ways to cope with it, just as we already do with flu. Lord Frost highlighted Javid's comments by saying a free people and a free country cannot live like this forever. We have to learn to live with COVID and claim back our freedoms. Something I totally agree with. Do let me know what you're making of all of this, guys. Are you happy there with what Boris is likely to announce? 19th of July, Freedom Day looks to be on. Do let me know, guys, what you make of this. And as ever, if you enjoyed this video, do give it a quick thumbs up. Make sure you hit the join button if you want to support my channel. You'll get the flag next to your name. And of course, as ever, thanks so much for watching.